What's up, everyone? Welcome to another banger video from the Dan Man. Today, we're talking about film composers. That's right, you know that sound you hear in music? That's called the score. And by music, I mean movies. And by movies, I mean films. And by films, I mean experiences. Welcome. Okay, so yes, we're going to be talking about film composers today. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite film composers. And, I'm going to give a top five, some honorable mentions, and just talk about film music in general. I'm going to be talking about scores specifically, not the soundtrack, not the music and the score, just the score in this, because I don't only pay attention to the soundtrack as much as the score, and I've only started recently paying attention to the score. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so like I said, to start off, I'm going to be doing a top five list. Now, actually, before I start, keep in mind that this isn't going based on their entire discography. This isn't like I watched all of the movies they were in and paid attention to the score and how it made me feel compared to the movie. I'm really just going based on like how good I think specific like songs of theirs are. Um, I'll give you a hint. Handsome is number one. Specifically because of Interstellar. He was. Don't get me wrong. I loved Inception, Interstellar. I actually don't know. He's worked with Nolan a lot, but I don't know if he's done like did the earlier like Mementos, Prestiges. I think he did though. I don't know, but there's like the example of what I'm doing. I'm not like going through the entire discography and just looking at every movie they've done and realizing that I'm just purely being like Handsome is good because No Time for Caution was good. Like that's the kind of vibe that I'm going to bring to this um, review. So if you're looking for like a more objective look at it with where someone takes their time to kind of study their music. That isn't this video. This video is just what I like from the movies that I like. I might do like a much deeper dive in the future into this, where I take a look at their all the movies they've done and their discography and listen to it and think about how it made me feel and write it down and do like a whole video essay on it. But this isn't a video essay. This is my opinions, stuff that I'm talking about, things that I like. That's pretty much it. Like this was Ludwig Göransson. I think that's how you pronounce it. I didn't watch this movie, so I'm not gonna be talking about his work in this movie. Mandalorian and Grogu, by the way. I know it's written backwards, so I don't know if some of you will be able to read that because I can't. I just know that that's a Mandalorian and Grogu poster because you see him right there, Mandalorian Grogu. Yeah, I'm not going to be talking about this and being like the reason he's in whatever place he's in my top three. By the way, a little hint. The reason he's in that is because of. I'm just going to be being like, oh, Sirens was good. Okay. So with all that being said, I hope you understand. Please ignore the posters being skew. I know you might not have noticed that until I just pointed out, but shh, we don't talk about that in the comments. Okay. Um. Yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing. Just talking about my opinions and what I like. So, like I said, Handsome is number one. Inception was good. Interstellar is probably one of my favorite scores, just in general. The score in Interstellar, it is beautiful, and No Time for Caution is so good. If you've seen Interstellar, it's that scene where he's docking. If you haven't seen Interstellar, I have no idea what you're doing. Go watch Interstellar. It's it is the like most consistent movie on the top four on Letterboxd, if that makes sense. I think it's the most consistent Matt Damon movie that's in the top four of Letterboxd at least. Yeah, great movie, great soundtrack. Inception soundtrack was also really good. I did really enjoy that one. Um, even with the bra, which I never like understood. Like people is like meme it and say it's everywhere. I don't hear it. I feel like it's in that movie specifically. It's not like just a thing now that people. I don't know. I've never noticed it. But yeah, Hans Zimmer is my number one. Still my composing goat. But the only reason that number two hasn't overtaken him is specifically not No Time for Caution, because that song, the emotions felt during that scene and that song and everything is just so good that it just like keeps him up there for me. It's what's holding him up there. I said that to a friend, and my friend said that he's hanging on by a thread, and I'm like, kind of, because it is only really one song, but it's also like it's such a good. I'm calling them songs. I don't know if that's the correct term for them. Um, Compositions. I'm just gonna say songs because it's easier. But it is a composition. Anyways, yeah, I was chatting to a friend, and I said, no, it's like you're not really hanging on by a thread. It is just one song, but it is like such a good song composition that he's not likely to be dethroned anytime soon. Unless number two, which I'm going to speak about now, Ludwig Göransson is my number two. Um, the Odyssey was beautiful, and that's what really shot him up there. He's great. I loved like Black Panther to Con La Brisa. Beautiful, such a beautiful like song. Like it was so good. I'm watching it in the theaters, watching the scene with Con La Brisa, and it was gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. But it's not No Time for Caution. But yeah, Ludwig is really actually shot up there just purely because of, not purely, but mainly because of the Odyssey. Sinners, great score as well. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, the Odyssey really like with sirens and the trial of the bow slash vengeance. Penelope Troy is really good. This is the Odyssey is the first movie where I've actually sat down and listened to a lot of the songs on the soundtrack. Because even with something like Interstellar, which is like my second favorite movie, like I've only listened to No Time for Caution and Cornfield Chase because those are my two favorite compositions from the movie. But with the Odyssey, I've actually sat down and listened to a lot more of the compositions, and it is so good. The score is such a good score, so beautiful. And I mean, you've heard sirens. If you've been online any time after the Odyssey came out, you've heard sirens, and like the work that went into making the score for the Odyssey is so impressive as well. How they got like ancient Greek instruments, like the aulos for sirens, and like they like almost reconstructed these lost instruments just to be able to give an accurate like sound of ancient Greece. Like it was so impressive, and it sounded so good. But yeah, Penelope, I think Troy is actually one of my favorites on there. Besides, the trial of the bow. I mean, Odysseus, but then also the part I like of Odysseus's composition is the part that's in Sirens. So yeah, but yeah, trial of the bow, vengeance, the dun, 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 chills. Literally, I was sitting in the theater and I got like chills. Um, Sirens was beautiful. Odysseus, Penelope, Troy. I forget what it's called, but it's the chasing the sun, chasing the westward sun. Head westward and chase the escaping sun. Chasing the escaping sun. There you go. I got there eventually, and you saw it live on camera. Yeah, no, Ludwig Göransson is really good, and I actually want to listen to the soundtrack because I heard that this movie was bad, but the soundtrack was actually really good and like surprisingly so for like a Disney movie. Like they really let him do some like crazy stuff with it. So I do want to listen to the soundtrack. Yeah, he Ludwig is really good, and he is my number two. Um, Only being kept down by No Time for Caution, which again, not really a threat because No Time for Caution is just beautiful to me. So yeah, it's pretty close. It's a close game, but not so close that it's like he can easily overtake him. But I will say if Ludwig comes out with another composition, another when he comes out with the next movie or whatever, or like the next Nolan movie, if he's what I'm trying to say is that if his composition in his next movie is as close to or as good as his composition in the Odyssey, he will probably overtake Hans just because then he will have like much more songs that I appreciate. Not necessarily because it's better, but because there's just more to appreciate. But no, Hans is great. I know he's worked on he did Lion King, he did Pirates of the Caribbean, which is so iconic. Like iconic songs are also a big part of this list. But that I assume was him. I'm gonna say I don't know. I just know he worked on it, so I don't know if he came up with that theme song or if that's like a theme song from an old thing or whatever. But yeah, he did work on it. And if that was him, then yes, definitely iconic. So Hans is still really good. Like he's worked on a lot of movies that I really enjoy and really enjoy the music of. So, it's not like it's going to be easy to overtake him. But I mean, Ludwig is really good. So, and very impressive for what he's 40, 30 something. I don't really remember. But he's won like a couple of Oscars like back to back, but to back. It's won like 3. So yeah, quite impressive. Yeah. So number 2, Ludwig Göransson. My number 3 one is going to be a bit of a curveball. It's Christopher Larkin. If you don't know him, he did the score for Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silksong, which Hollow Knight is probably my second favorite game. A Silksong I stopped playing a couple months back because I got stuck in a part, but I started playing it again. I got past the part, and I've been enjoying it. But yeah, I really really love the score of Hollow Knight, and Silksong also has a great one. I prefer Hollow Knight, but I'm not going to discount Silksong because that again really good. So yeah, Christopher Larkin just makes such beautiful. I don't know if ethereal is the right word for it, but it's like if you've played Hollow Knight, like you understand the vibe that the game is going for, and it's kind of ethereal, but it's also kind of like, I'm forgetting the word, but it's like it's higher up. You know what I mean? It's not just like a song you listen to. It's like it's trying to communicate that whatever you're experiencing, like when on the boss fights or whatever, is this. It's not eldritch, but it's like angelic, ethereal, that kind of vibe. I'm forgetting the exact word for it, but he makes that kind of music. Like the City of Tears is so good. And I don't know what it's called, but in Silksong there's a boss fight where you fight 2 dancing robots, and like the way the music is timed with their movements, and probably one of my favorite boss fights in a Hollow Knight game, I will say. Um, yeah, it was really good, and the music was really good in that. The composition. Um, he knows how to make like frantic music for a boss fight, or like calm, serene music for like a lakeside, and sort of larger than life music for when you go to like the City of Tears in Hollow Knight. And it's like it's so he's got such a wide range within a specific for one game. Like I don't know if I'm explaining correctly, but like he can do so much within Hollow Knight, because Hollow Knight also encapsulates so much. But like he can get across so many different feelings through the compositions within the one game that only has like a couple things it deals with. I don't know how to explain myself properly because again, this is all off the dome, remember? So I'm not writing any of this down. But he's really good. He's able to do so many different songs that achieve so many different feelings, and I really appreciate that. And again, they're just beautiful, gorgeous. Go listen to the Hollow Knight. I think it's called an OST. Go listen to the Hollow Knight OST, the Silksong OST. So good. City of Tears is the one I remember, because that was probably the one that I loved the most in Hollow Knight. But like all of the songs, all of the compositions were just really good. So Christopher Larkin, number 3, underrated. I think I don't really see his name mentioned at all outside of the Hollow Knight circles, if that makes sense. Yeah, Christopher Larkin, really good. Number 3, my goat for video games. Yeah, love him. Well, I love his music. Yeah, Christopher Larkin is really good. Now, number 4, John Williams. He's pretty low down in the list for someone who's so, I want to say old because he's like 90 now, but like, for someone so good. He's done so many good, iconic scores. Jaws, Jurassic Park, and the like. I can't think of anything else besides those two, but those are some really good scores. Oh, Duel of the Fates. Hello. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. He did Star Wars. Like, hello. Oh, John Williams is like a goat. Like in composing, he is a goat. He is an OG goat. If you get that reference, he is really good. He's done not only iconic scores, but also just really good scores. Like I said, Star Wars, Jaws, Jurassic Park, amongst others. Fun fact, he apparently doesn't view film music as like proper music because you have to watch a film. Like it has to be accompanied by a film. It's not something you can listen to by itself. I disagree with that. Like you can listen to it by itself, but it is obviously made for film. It's made to be watched with or listened to while watching something, like while watching the scenes meant for. But that's interesting because he's won like Oscars and everything for his work in composing. That was a weird word. Don't know why I couldn't say that. He's won like Oscars for his work in composing. So it's like interesting that he doesn't view film music as like proper. I could be misquoting him. I could be misremembering. You can research that yourself if you want to. Yeah, it's I do agree that I could be misunderstanding him. But yeah, John Williams is my number four because he's so good. Flipping Duel of the Fates is probably one of my favorite just things. Just like in general, one of my favorite like scores, compositions. I mean, one of my favorite songs, one of my favorite just things in movies. You know, it's so good. Like coming from the Phantom Menace, which I enjoyed. I watched as a kid, the last to be fair, but I did enjoy it. I don't know why people don't like it. Like I don't know why people don't like it. It's a good movie as far as I remember. I haven't watched it recently. So that could be some bias. But yes, Duel of the Fates was really good. It's like fast paced and it sounds so nice and it's like it's so good. Like other people can actually do like a deeper dive into why it's really good. Like that I can't do because again, all I can say is it's good and it sounds nice. I'm not in the know with film music enough or film compositions enough to or scores to like articulate my thoughts. Like if I learn more about it, I'm happy to like be like, oh, because these instruments were used and that does this and that makes the audience, like see I don't see it like that. I just see, oh, I like this. It complements the scene well. It sounds nice. It fits the story well. The name of it is good. It's that's I look at that stuff and I'm like that I compile that into like and how it makes me feel and I compile that. So I can't really tell you why Duel of the Fates is good besides just saying it is really good and makes me feel good. It sounds nice. I like the name. John Williams is really good, and then obviously the Jaws. Dun, dun, so iconic, so iconic. Jurassic Park. Again, iconic. Like if you talk to someone, they will know what Jurassic Park is. They'll know what Jaws is. They might not know John Williams composed it or Steven Spielberg directed it or whatever, but they'll know like if you play the Jurassic Park theme song and the Jaws, people will identify where that is from. Just iconic. So being iconic does have a huge place in this list for me, like I said. Yeah, John Williams number four. He is really low down, but those top three are just they're good. They're so good. They're the goats. Um, so yeah, number four, John Williams. Number five is very tough for me. I was deciding between like Danny Elfman, Michael Giacchino, Alan Silvestri. Heck, someone I might even talk about later. Three people I technically might talk about later. Here's some hints for you. Um, yeah, I might, but it was so tough for me. But I think for number five, I'd have to go with Michael Giacchino. Um, I think, don't get me wrong, Alan Silvestri is a good, iconic, the Avengers theme song, Hello. Apparently did Back to the Future. Um, Michael Giacchino on The Incredibles, especially, is just so good. The Incredibles theme song is just so good. I really love it. I love the movie The Incredibles. It's a really good movie. Two was a disappointment, but this is an Incredibles review. Um, yeah, the theme song of Incredibles is so good. Again, so iconic, so well known. You play that, people might not know it's from Incredibles, but they will recognize that theme song, and that's like a really important thing. Plus, Michael Giacchino has just done like a lot of like really good work in a lot of good movies. I don't know if he's won any Oscars for stuff, but he's just so well known and so big and so iconic that like I can't really not name him in this list. But again, Alan Silvestri is really good as well as Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman's done like Beetlejuice, and Silvestri again, the Avengers theme song. It's like it's a toss up between those three really. Like you might think they might go higher or lower or whatever, but to me those three are like all pretty much equal in terms of like how good they are, how iconic they are. Again, according to like what's in my brain, what I know about them. And if and I'm realizing now I didn't actually double check if Michael Giacchino did the Incredibles theme song. I know it was one of those three, at the very least. So whichever one did that is on my number five spot. And then But I would say they're all pretty much equal in number five. But I'll just give Michael the slight edge, or the Incredibles theme song composer a slight edge, just because I like the Incredibles. Yeah, so that's my top five list: Hans Zimmer, Ludwig Göransson, Christopher Larkin, John Williams, and Michael Giacchino, or Alan Silvestri / Danny Elfman for number five. Yeah, that's my list. Good list. I don't know. Let me know if you agree in the comments below. This video isn't done. I have some honorable mentions, but yeah, that's the ones that I like specifically based on the songs and movies that I remember them doing. Um, Let me know how you feel about that list. Tell me your top five in the comments below. Yeah, that's all I have to say about my list, really. I explained myself through the list and before the list and all of that. I told you my top five. Yeah, I don't really know how to do the listing. Anyways, honorable mentions. Sunlux, I'm going to mention. I've only watched two of the movies that they've composed, and one I didn't even pay attention to the composition, but I remember it being good from what I remember listening, which is Everything Ever All at Once. Great movie in general. Such a good movie, just so good, so good. And then Thunderbolts. Sunlux composed Thunderbolts as well, and that was so beautiful. I don't know what they gave them, but Sunlux did such a good job. I'm pretty sure it's like a group of people, but they did such a good job on Thunderbolts. It sounded so beautiful, but also kind of melancholy. Hello, and ethereal, and again, ethereal is not the right word, but it just sounded so good. So I love Sunlux's work in Thunderbolts, and I'd have to rewatch Everything Ever All at Once to hear them. Um, Honorable mention number one, Kane Parsons and Ido van Bremen. I think it is for Backrooms. I loved the Backrooms score. It was haunting, not haunting, but it was more the sound design was haunting, but the Backrooms score was just sounded so good, and it sounded really nice, and I really liked it. There's love about this movie that I can criticize, but the score and the acting and the set design, like those are the things that like are just perfect in the movie. But I really enjoyed the score for Backrooms. Game Parsons did a very good job, especially for being 21 years old. Hello, Edo van Bremen. I've never heard of him, never heard any of his other compositions, but really good job. Obsession, Rock Burwell, really good. I really did love the score of Obsession. It was really good, and it sounded like a rom com that was wrong, which is like you can't describe Obsession like that. But like, Love Is in the Air Part One, which is the song that went viral when the movie came out, is so good because it's like it sounds so beautiful and kind and full of love, and then it's at the end it starts to going like ooh weird, and it was really good and it really captured the vibe of the movie, of this like love story gone wrong type vibe. Love Is in the Air Part Two as well. I can't be Nikki. Um, I forget what are the other ones, but like even the song at the start, just such a good score. So good thematically. I know like scores are meant to like be good thematically for this movie, but I feel like this one stood out to me a lot more just with the idea that it sounds like a score from a rom-com that's wrong. It's like it sounds different to how it's supposed to sound, which is like the scary thing. Because it sounds beautiful and kind and loving, but then it has that like twinge to it that sounds wrong, and I love it. It's just this one really stood out to me as like doing that. Um, yeah, so Rock Burwell, I'm extremely excited to see what he does next. I will definitely be watching or listening to the next soundtrack that he does because loved this one. Very excited. I feel like he's going places. I hope. I know Indy Navarrete was like the breakout star of this movie, but I know Rock Burwell's not the star, but I do hope he gets a lot more work in like bigger movies as well. Even though this was a really big movie, but you know what I mean. I'm like, give him like a Star Wars, give him like a Marvel, give him like not like Star Wars and Marvel, but like the size of those projects, if that makes sense. Anyways, Rock Burwell, really good, really excited to see what he does next. Love the Obsession soundtrack. Great. And now for the last two honorable mentions that I want to just chat about because Yeah, I don't know enough about them. I just like their song, their music, or their compositions. Number one is, I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation because it's Italian, but it's Ennio Morricone, I believe. Ennio Morricone is how I would say it. I wasn't trying to pronounce it Italian. I really only know the good, the bad, and the ugly. The that isn't the song. Why did I? What song is that? What did I just do? Anyways, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's the classic western. Um, the western like standoff music. He did that in the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've not watched the movie. I just know of the song, and I just think that that's such an iconic song. I cannot not mention him in um, in a discussion about iconic, well, not iconic, but in discussion about film music. I can't not mention him because of how iconic and widespread that musical motif is. Yeah. Now, Ben McCreary, really good. I forgot that he worked on like movies and stuff, but he worked on God of War 4 and 5, which is God of War, the first one in the Norse duo, and God of War Ragnarok. God of War 4, favorite game ever, so it makes sense. God of War Ragnarok, top five, top six. There's a lot of games out there. It's a really good game, is what I'm trying to say. I just prefer number four. Anyways, this is my video game review. I could do a video game review, actually. I've done movie reviews. I might start talking about video games as well. Anyways, Bear McCreary, really good. Loved the score in God of War 4. Loved the score in God of War Ragnarok. He did such a good job. Go listen to it if you haven't. I don't know the names of the compositions, but really good job. And honestly, I like the movies he's done. I think he's done like Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane rather. I saw Godzilla, but like I don't know how much of a hand he had in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Dan McCreary is really good. Definitely an honorable mention on my part. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm running out of time right now, so I kind of have to wrap this video up. Um, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me talking about the composers that I enjoy, especially the film composers. Technically, I didn't. Christopher Larkin hasn't actually worked in film, so this isn't just film composers. These are just composers in general. But then it gets like huge if you just talk about composers. But I'm specifically talking about pop culture media composers, movies and video games, if that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you watching these videos. I like yapping, and I like when people listen to me. Again, this is a very like, if you want to put on a second screen, I'm happy with that. If you want to watch it, you do you make yourself happy with this video. Um, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. All that stuff. Please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to like the video. Comment down below. Tell me your top five composers in general. Could be uh, Dostoevsky. He's a writer. What's the? He's a composer. The guy, the composer. It could be that. It could be any other one that I can't really think of right now. Tell me about your favorite composers in media, in movies and video games, TV shows, maybe all of that stuff. And follow my Letterboxd, link down below. Um, Follow my Instagram if you want to, if you can find it, because I'm not linking it down below. No, you don't have to follow my Instagram. It's not your job to find my Instagram. It's my job to give you that if I'm asking you to follow it. Anyways, go to my Letterboxd. I have some funny reviews there. Follow, like my reviews, all of that stuff. Recommend this video to a friend. Uh, if they like composing and stuff, then send it to them. Tell them to watch it because they have to listen to you. They're your friend. That's what friends do, right? They just blindly obey whatever you want them to do. I mean, that's what I'm doing. No, that's a joke. Thank you for watching this video. I don't know how to do outros properly still. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. Thank you so much. I will see you next time when I'm here. Thank you. Goodbye. Follow my letterbox. That's all I want to say. Yeah. Okay. Love you. Bye. It's still very awkward as to know how to do outros. Love you. Bye.